On the 26th of October in London, a golden ball is about to change hands. You already have a name in your head. Maybe two. But the real race is stranger than anything you have guessed. For over a decade, this trophy belonged to two men. Lionel Messi. Cristiano Ronaldo. You knew the winner before the envelope opened. That certainty is gone. Spain lifted the World Cup this summer, beating Argentina 1-0. Ferran Torres scoring the only goal. A trophy like that usually crowns a Ballon d'Or favorite overnight. So why is nobody sure who wins? Start with Rodri. A year ago, a torn ACL ended his season, and briefly his status as the best midfielder alive. He came back for the World Cup and looked like he had never left, marshalling Spain's midfield with the same calm control that once made him untouchable. Can a body really forget an injury that serious? Not fully, but a mind can overwrite it. Then there is Fabian Ruiz, a name you might not expect. He is the only player on earth who won both the Champions League and the World Cup this year. First with Paris Saint-Germain, then with Spain. He was not the headline. He was the reason the headline worked. Voters have started rewarding exactly that kind of invisible engineering. Ousmane Dembele is defending the trophy, and defending it has only happened once before, when Messi did it in 2021. Dembele missed months of the season to injury, then returned scoring outrageous solo goals for PSG, the kind that make broadcasters replay it 4 times in a row. Retaining the award means proving last year was not an accident. Kylian Mbappe walked into the World Cup as the clear favorite. He scored 8 goals through the semifinals, level with Messi on the tournament's all-time chart. Then Spain beat him 2-0, and the run ended without a final. He still scored twice in the third-place match. Still, Real Madrid finished the season without a single trophy. Can individual brilliance outweigh a team's empty cabinet? Voters have disagreed with each other on that question for 20 years. Lamine Yamal keeps getting younger headlines with older numbers attached to them. Still a teenager, already carrying Barcelona's attack, already frightening defenders who are twice his age. He does not need the World Cup to prove himself. He only needs one more season like this one. Harry Kane scored 61 goals in 51 games this year for Bayern Munich, won his 3rd straight Bundesliga Golden Boot, lifted the league title and the German Cup, scoring a hat-trick in that final. He is chasing something no Englishman has held since Michael Owen in 2001. Numbers that loud are hard to ignore, even from a player without a Champions League trophy to his name. And then there is Messi, 39 years old, walking into his final World Cup with Argentina, unable to change the result of the final against Spain. The story almost wrote itself as a farewell. Instead, it became a reminder that even legends run out of time on the biggest stage. Somewhere in that list, a name you never considered might sneak in. Gabriel, Arsenal's defender, helped his club win a first Premier League title since 2004. Defenders almost never win the Ballon d'Or. Fabio Cannavaro did it in 2006. Nobody has since. Could this be the year the pattern breaks? The award itself has only existed since 1956, handed out by France Football to one player a year, decided by a panel of journalists rather than fans or algorithms. Since 2022, it has judged a season instead of a calendar year, which is exactly why a Summer World Cup carries so much weight this time. A strong autumn barely matters if the summer before it was empty. Here is what actually decides it. Not the loudest highlight. Not the biggest transfer fee. The voters, hundreds of journalists across the football world, are quietly asking one question about every name on this list. Did this player make the team around him better, or did the team make him look good? That question is nearly impossible to answer, and it is exactly why the room in London still does not know who wins. You picked a name at the start of this. Maybe it was the one who lifted the World Cup. Maybe it was the one whose highlight reel you have already watched twice. Now ask yourself honestly, was it about the player or about the story you wanted to be true? On the 26th of October, in a room in London, the golden ball will answer that question for you. whether you are ready to hear it or not.